Good afternoon, dear students. Exams are near. And are you experiencing any of these that I will be talking about right now? Irritability? कुछ अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है. दिमाग से सब निकल जा रहा है. Or you're not able to recall what you have studied last night. Sometimes you are feeling, or have you been feeling this lately? That is irritable bowel. পেট ব্যথা করছে, গুড়গুড় করছে, or whatever you are eating, you're not able to digest. Indigestion, irritable bowel, or maybe you're eating too much. Munching or late night munching. Have you experienced all these before, or are you experiencing them lately? Before examination or during this examination, and there are other things also, like, মা একটা কফি করে দাও তো, এক কাপ কফি করে দাও. This headache is going to kill me. Or like, oh God, not able to recall ki hobe. What will I do in the exam? I'm not even able to recall. I have forgotten everything. Oh my God, I can't even remember. Oh, and there are more. Have you ever experienced all these, or have you been experiencing all these things lately before examination? Yes? Okay. Then this is an indicator, or these are indicators of stress, mainly exam stress. Do you know why do we feel stressed out? Is it only because the examination is near, or are you afraid of examination or afraid of even studying? Not exactly. You know, there are certain things. I'll be very brief, but what is the biological base of stress? Any kind of stress. You know, our brain is a masterpiece. Whenever we are exposed to a certain change in the environment, our brain gets alert. If the brain perceives that changed thing, that changed stimulus as a threat, then it activates the hypothalamus. That activates the pituitary gland, and what happens to you know? It also starts releasing the corticosteroid hormone, that is cortisol, that is the cause of stress. Well, not only that. Have you ever heard of adrenaline rush? I'm sure that you have heard of adrenaline rush. But what is it exactly? Okay, so there is another pathway. What happens? Again, our brain is alert. The brain is thinking, having a cognitive appraisal. Is that stress a harm? Is that stress a threat? Or I can manage? Well, if the brain perceives that stimulus as a threat, then again it activates the hypothalamus. That activates the autonomic nervous system. And what happens? Our adrenal gland gets activated. And there is release of two hormones, epinephrine, norepinephrine. Again, it gives us stress, more stress added to that stress that we were feeling. And the adrenal gland releases that adrenaline, that rush, where there are two things that happen. Fight, that is you combat your stress. Whatever you're feeling, you just fight against it. It's like a battle. But there are times when we just don't want to fight, or rather, we just get exhausted, completely exhausted. It could be our brain, it could be our body, or it could be just an emotion that you're exhausted and don't want to fight back. So there comes the flight response. And then what happens after then? So, after that, as exams are near, your brain and yourself know that you have to study. There is no other choice, isn't it? Then comes that exam stress. And what I said about the signs, you feel all of these or quite a few of those. Do you know that any stress has psychological effects on our body, on our cells? What are they? Well, headache, that's a physiological effect though, but there are certain behavioral changes. Like if you're experiencing headache, don't you feel that you get irritated? Like, oh, not again. और छोटी छोटी बातों पे गुस्सा आ जाती है, आता होगा, right? Or there are certain other things like you want to study, you want to pay attention, but oh, you're lacking attention and not able to concentrate even. And then you start nail biting or you just start sweating very profusely. Or maybe you get a stress headache, you feel restless, you feel fatigued, and there are certain things, again, that is, okay, fine, this is it. I'm not going to study this right now. Or you will find an alternative solution that is, fine, I have to study. Tomorrow is exam, so I will study the entire night. The entire night. Okay, fine, studying for the entire night. But what happens after then? You're studying for the entire night. That is, let's say for you have been studying from evening and you continue till late night, and even early in the morning you slept for only 1 hour, and you thought that fine, I will sleep for only 1 hour or 2 hours before examination, then I'll just go and write whatever I have studied. And then what happens? You wake up after having a 2 hours or 1 hour or even a 30-minute sleep after studying for the entire night, and then you forget whatever you have studied. Absolutely washed out from your brain or from your conscious mind, right? It's okay. It's very normal. Why is it normal? Because you have not taken enough rest. And your brain, of course, it needs sleep to restart, to rejuvenate, to heal, and also for memory retention. Whatever you have studied, it has to be there, isn't it? Even you have studied the concept, even you have understood the concept very well, you can just write it spontaneously, or even if it is coming randomly or whatever it is, doesn't matter. But if you have not slept for 6 hours before examination or even 5 hours, then your brain will not function properly, and it is not the brain's fault, it is the entire system's fault. And then what happens after that? You get the question paper, you were already nervous, you get the question paper, and after seeing or looking at the question paper, even going through the questions, even in MCQs, you feel lost. Why? Or you just see that, oh my God, there is this question. Yes, I studied, but what was the answer? কি জানি নামটা ছিল ওই লোকটার, oh God, কি জানি ইয়ারটা ছিল, আহা প্লেসের নামটা কি ছিল, কিছুতেই মনে পড়ছে না. Fine, this is all that you will experience, you have been experiencing, and you forget even though you have studied very well, right? Isn't it? So these are all the indicators, the signs and symptoms of exam stress that you have been experiencing, you are still experiencing, or you may experience, because board examination is near. It's not only about board examination, it's about each and every examination that you will sit for. So we all know that when there is a problem, there should be a way. Yes, there are ways to manage. Now, what are the ways to manage or to handle even your exam stress or exam anxiety? So, first, let me show you a slide. Well, as I was saying, these are the symptoms of stress. By the way, I have missed out one thing. You know, there is a term that is very trending nowadays. Have you ever heard of psychosomatic? Well, if you have not, and if you have, even if you have heard about psychosomatic, let me just brief you about the psychosomatic part. Psychosomatic is when you are exposed to a stress that your brain is perceiving as a threat. The stress that builds up inside your mind, inside your body, it becomes the physical manifestation. Like stress is manifesting on your physiology system and also on your physical system. Now, there are things like there are students who feel nauseous before examination. There are students, or there not only students, there are many people, even maybe I have also experienced it, maybe I cannot recall, but so you may experience that indigestion, whatever you are eating, even if it is a homemade, mom-made food, delicious food, or even if it is just dal bhat, still you're experiencing that indigestion and not able to digest properly. Even though you have eaten it early in the morning or at the dinner at an exact good time. Maybe you might have experienced rashes, like you are just itching your body. There are bumps on your body that is itching a lot, or you're itching your head, your scalp. You're experiencing dandruff issues, right? Or maybe sometimes you have caught cold. Can you relate? Have you ever found yourself or your friend maybe that whenever there is an exam, before the examination, the student gets cough and cold? Like it has been like this, and they are so sure that, okay, before examination, I'm going to catch cough and cold, and this is very normal. It has been normalized. But it's not. It's psychosomatic once again, because your immune system is not functioning properly and you are susceptible to catch cold, cough, and then fever, leading to other things, and etc. After that, panic attacks, tremors, your hands are sweating a lot, you cannot hold the pen properly, you're not able to concentrate, you're not able to breathe as if something is on your chest, heavy breathing, you're not able to breathe properly, short breaths, and you're feeling like you will just fall down even from the chair or standing somewhere. You are dizzy, you are experiencing all of these panic attacks or anxiety attacks. So these are the certain signs and symptoms of exam stress. And as I have said, what are the psychological effects of stress or exam stress? Not only irritability or any change in the behavior, but also there are like your moodiness, frequent mood swings, anger issues, like छोटी मोटी बातों पे गुस्सा आ जा रही है. You are maybe yelling at your mom or at your peer group, or maybe you're not able to just pay attention to what the teacher is saying or even what you are studying. You are having difficulty in concentrate even on a single simple topic or a subtopic. So what are the ways or the strategies to effectively manage your exam stress? First of all, take short breaks. Yes, it helps. You know, while you're studying continuously, it is not like that you will study for the entire night and boom, it will be a miracle. No, not, never. So, take short breaks. You schedule a routine, plan a routine, make a routine not before examination, but even to study properly and effective studying. Plan a routine, and in that routine, please mention short breaks. How? Like if you are studying for 15 minutes, study for 15 minutes, take a short break of 5 minutes. But a short break must not have screen time. No mobile, no TV, no other screen. You want to take a short break? Just go out of the room, drink some water, go to the washroom, splash some water on your face, and then again come back, or listen to a very mild, soothing music that you love. Or maybe it could be like that you may listen to that upbeat song or a music that boosts you or motivates you or gives you energy, a lot of energy. So you can do that, but no screen time. After that, you can also, not also, I think it should be done, that is socialize. Yes, socialization actually helps. But socialization doesn't mean that you will scroll your social networking sites. That is not socialization. Socialization means that you will mix or mingle or meet people who can support you mentally, emotionally, or even academically. So, you can do that. Socialize so that you get some support, an emotional support, a mental support, talk something, crack a joke, or listen to them even, right? After that, you can also listen to soft music. Have you ever people tried yoga or meditation? Trust me, it really helps. Or even if it is not yoga and meditation, exercise. Yes, I'm not asking you to go for rigorous exercise, but exercise like stretching exercises, you can do that. Even बैठे बैठे भी हम लोग stretching exercise कर सकते, and it really helps a lot. Stretching exercise could be just stretching your arms, stretching your fingers, right? Even doing like this. You can also take stress balls and squeeze them to release your stress or to vent it out. You can also do stretching exercise of your legs, because if you're studying for a long time sitting on the chair or on the bed, so you can do stretching exercise for your legs as well, and also of your neck and of your head. Pamper yourself, because that's how you're going to combat that exam stress, because you need to be very kind to yourself. Yes, that's one of the stress management techniques that we have. Be kind to yourself. I know that when there is an examination or when examination is going on, we all tend to become very harsh. We have to do this, that, no study, no sleep, only study, not eating food properly because you need to study, you need to finish that chapter, you need to understand this concept, etc., etc. But please, be kind to yourself so that you feel grounded. Grounding is the most important thing to calm down. You need to calm yourself. You need actually to feed your brain or train your brain that you're not exposed to any threat. So that is like retraining or restructuring your cognition. So first you need to ground yourself. What are the things or the techniques to ground yourself? Like deep breathing. Suppose you are very anxious. You saw the question paper. You're having this question paper right in front of you, or maybe the invigilator is in and or maybe you're going to enter the exam hall or the exam room and you're anxious, you are nervous, you're feeling like you will forget everything, or you may have forgotten everything that you have studied, or you may even know. So take deep breaths, like even in the exam hall, you need not to make sound. You can just and while doing deep breathing exercises or technique, you can give yourself a self-talk, positive affirmation like, okay, I can do it. Yes, I can do it. No matter what, as I have to do it, I can pull this up. You're strong, I'm strong. Yes, I can do this. I will score good marks, or I will pass in this examination, I will pass in this subject, I will remember everything, I will drink water, plenty water, and I can. I can do this. I can face the exam stress, fight it, and I will win. Yes. Positive self-talk or positive affirmations that really help a lot, because you need to be very kind to yourself. Now, as I was saying, are there any well-being tips for exam season? Yes, there are. Remember to be kind to yourself. And as I was saying, the second most important is don't compare yourself to others. Yes, like there is a tendency of all of us, like we call up our friends or even text a friend of ours, এই তুই এটা পড়েছিস, তোর হয়ে গেছে, ও মাই গড, ওর তো হয়ে গেছে, সবার হয়ে গেছে, আমারই কিছু হলো না. No, don't. That's comparison. And you must not do that. You know why? Because that gives us more anxiety. Yes, Manchi, that friend is a good friend of yours. That friend is a good friend of yours, but is an average student as per your perception. But it's not about your perception. It's not about how good or bad a student is academically. Take it, it's not about that, and there are no bad students. Each one of you are unique by nature, and you all learn at your own pace, and that's okay. But during examination, please, no comparison. Do not compare yourself with others, because you're not being kind to yourself. And while you are having any doubt, please ask. Even if it is the last minute ask, do it. Because if you don't, then that will make you more anxious. You know what happens? Suppose you are reading, it's okay that if you're reading the concept now, you're not trying to understand the concept right before the examination, though it should not happen, but I know that there are certain things and there are certain students who can actually relate to it. So with respect to that, if you are seeing that you're not able to understand something, or you have skipped it, you have forgotten it, so what will you do? You take some time, ask for those support or from those support who can guide you well, who can support you academically. So you need to take academic support if you were stuck. Do not feel embarrassed or don't feel sorry about it, because that's going to pile up more stress and that can give you anxiety. Get your exam items well ready before the exam day. Yes, because last minute preparation is not a good thing. especially when it's examination day. So on the day of the examination, before that exam day, you just recall and gather all the materials, the stationery items, this and that, your admit card, your ID card, and all the stationery items, like whatever it should be, it is required. So in a bag, put them in the bag and make it ready. That tomorrow is the exam day and you must not get diverted from your routine because you have not prepared your exam day bag. So don't do that. And as I said, try some breathing exercises. Try some breathing exercises, and along with that, mindfulness meditation. Do you know what is mindfulness? It's not about like it's a kind of a meditation where you have to focus on one particular topic. No. Or one particular object. It's not. Mindfulness meditation is a concept. It is a technique that makes you calm and grounded, that awares your sensation or your sensory experiences with the environment. Example, how many of us eat while eating and not eating and watching TV? How many of us eat and do not scroll our feed? How many of us will just eat, try to eat properly and only enjoy the meal alone or with friends or with the family members? How many of us do it? Now tell me, while you are studying, how many of us only pay attention to what you are studying and do not get distracted by the noises outside, or do not get excited or even distracted from whatever is going on inside your mind apart from the studying or apart from whatever you are studying? Relatable? Yes. So mindfulness is, our minds are full of things, so many things. Mindfulness is when you aware your experiences, you're aware of your sensory experiences, you're making yourself aware of the sensations in the environment, in your surrounding. So mindfulness meditation could be done in a variety of strategies. Guided imagery. Imagine that you're in a very happy and a safe place, calm place. Can you imagine that? Imagine that you are in any calm place, in any happy, quiet place where you are, and you're just enjoying that moment. Now, if you could just shift from that, imagine your exam room or your exam hall or the exam center as the quiet, calm, and a happy place for you, where you will go, win the battle, and come out. Can you imagine? Let's start imagining it from this day onward. That you go to your exam hall, you are standing right in front of the exam center, and that is a happy, quiet place, calm place, and it is indeed a happy place where it is not for smiling or talking to your friends or anything of that sort. It is a happy place because you will go there, you will combat your exam stress, you will face it whatever may come, you will read all the questions properly, and try to answer them as you have studied based on your concept, your subject, or whatever you have studied or have known, and you will win the battle and come out from the exam center like you have done it. Thank you so much. This is Anuja Roy, and it was all about exam stress and how to manage or deal effectively with exam stress. Well, there are many other strategies. There is not a one strategy for everyone. There are plenty, there are many strategies, relaxation techniques that you can definitely look upon. And you know what? There is no one size fit all strategy because you all are different, unique, and whatever I have said, if you just ponder on those topics, I think we all can do it. Wish you all the best, students. You can win it, you will win it, and you will do very good in your examination. Just de-stress yourself. Thank you so much.